Okay, we found the old chimney base here. That's a very good sign. So I'm going to look around in this area a little bit. I just walked out here with the detector and I'm looking down here at the ground and I'm seeing a lot of pottery shards. See if I can show you guys some of these pottery shards. Here's some glass over here. So we got glass, we got pottery shards, we got a lot of iron in the ground. I'm going to work it with the F44 and see what we can come up with. Stay tuned. Okay, so I got the Fisher F44 out here with me today just on a scouting mission. And I'm just the other side of that chimney here, and I've been seeing a lot of this stuff on the surface here. A lot of glass, broken pottery. There's an old ceramic piece here. Some more broken shards down here. Just little bits of glass everywhere. Here's some more here. I gotta be careful, I'm not wearing my gloves right now. More glass over here. Little bits and pieces of glass everywhere. Then I've hit a lot of iron in the ground. And I got a solid 44. And out of this hole, my first Georgia coin. Indian head penny. Looks like a 1900. Yeah, 1900. 1900 IHP. First Georgia coin. Gotta love it. We'll take that all day. All right, well, there's plenty of ground here to hunt. I got to get the detector swinging, but there's all kinds of iron in the ground. Definitely an old house site, gang. Stay tuned. So more shards there, more glass. And look at this right here. Some blue feathering on that one. I'm starting to think this site might be a little bit older than 1900. Well, we'll see what we can come up with. Okay, it's the next morning and I'm back out here. It's a little breezy today. We had some rain last night, as you can see, making it a little bit of a muddy mess. But one thing about the rain is that it makes these pottery shards show up real easy. Look at that, it's an old coffee cup. See the handle for it there. So I'm gonna keep looking around out here and then I'm gonna dive into the woods across the road and see if I can't find that old home site. Stay tuned. All right, just working my way through the wet field here. About 4 inches down out of that hole, I just pulled out something kind of cool, and on my way down to it, another pottery shard. These things are just littered out here. They're all over the place. Anyway, what I found that was metal looks like a little token. I haven't cleaned it up good enough to look at it yet. I'm going to have to get it home and brush it up, but it looks like it's made out of aluminum. I don't know, might be some kind of tax token. Who knows? We'll find out. Well, this ground is really saturated out here and it's definitely been moved around. It's been worked, but I got a decent signal down here at 44 at about 2 inches deep, and I see something round sticking out of the ground right here. Penny size object. Oh boy, that's some age to it. It's really flattened out or something. You can tell if it's a coin or that might actually be a button. Little ridge right there in the middle. That might actually be an old flat button. Yeah, there's some gold gilt on it, I think. See that shining back? Yeah, this site goes back a ways, gang. All right, let's see what else we can find. Okay, so here it is. Found the old house site. And it's pretty wild around here. There's, unfortunately, there's a lot of modern trash. A lot of plastic bottles, cans, stuff laying all over the place. Here's a broken dish. Lots of brick. Lots of ground that's mounded up. Looks like it's been moved around a lot. So, I don't know. We'll put the coil to the soil and see what we've got. But it looks like it's going to be pretty trashy. So, stay tuned. Okay, dug my first hole here and it was just a sardine can, but look, the one thing I noticed is how black this soil is. See how rich and black that is? That's not your typical Georgia red clay, so this was probably yard right here. And as I got up and look around, I can see, look right over here, some daffodils popping up right there. So this was a part of the yard where they spent some time. They cared about this part right here. I see some more daffodils now, way back over there too. So yeah, we'll hang out here a little bit. It's really trashy, but we'll see what we can find. Okay, I'm just working my way through the woods here, and there's a lot of deer sign. There's deer paths back through here, but I'm back away from the main part of the house. Just walking along, and I see this little antler shed. That's very freshly shaken. Yeah, he didn't lose that too long ago. Now sometimes with these, if you look, the other one's going to be nearby, because once they drop one, then they shake their head till the other one comes off, because it doesn't feel right. All right, that's not bad. We'll take that with us. Okay, so I'm starting to work my way back away from the house now. This is something that I like to do. I like to get out away from the home site and figure out where the signals end. And that kind of sets up my circumference for detecting. But look, all kinds of trash over here, as you can see. And this was all left behind probably by the folks who logged this out a few years back. But anyway, hey, I got out here. There was a lot of trash in the ground, still a lot of trash in the ground. But you can see the soil has that nice dark look to it. 41 on the Fisher, and this came out of the ground. It looks like an older buckle. And if I look carefully on the other side, I see some stones. I'm sure that's sure it's just glass, but things are really smashed up. But it might be older than you know, than the 1950s or 60s. That looks like it's got a little age to it, but it is smashed up. I'll have to see what I can do to clean it and straighten it out. I think the stones are already starting to fall out of it, so I'm going to put this in the pouch and we'll move on. We'll see what else we can sniff out of the ground around here. Well, I haven't found that other antler yet. There's a couple more daffodils out here that I found, but I did find a deer rub. Look at that. That's what he was rubbing his antlers on last fall. Shout out to Hornbush, my buddy Bob in Tennessee. Hope you're doing well, buddy. So yeah, you can see what I'm dealing with here with all this trash in this area. But this is the front yard, or what would have been the front yard, and the telltale sign are these little palmetto bushes right here. Those are not growing here wild, those were planted. Pretty sure this was the front yard, but look at all this trash they left behind here. I mean, this is all fairly modern stuff. There's plastic screw caps on it. There's a lot of aluminum cans. That's what I'm having to deal with back here, gang. So it's a nightmare, but we'll keep poking around, see what happens. All right, here was a solid 61, about 4 inches down on the Fisher. And you can't hunt an old home site without finding at least one cap gun handle, right? That's exactly what that is. All right, well, it's a good sign of activity. Okay, solid 80-82 down in that hole. Thought for sure I was going to pull up a silver quarter, about 5 or 6 inches down. And I just got the world's largest safety pin. Look at the size of that thing, man. That is heavy duty. All right, I'm just paying close attention to what's on the ground in front of me here while I'm swinging. And I see some crock pieces here. I don't think they look too terribly old, but I don't know. Can you see this? Look at that. Haven't even hit it with the detector yet. An old toy car. I don't know how old it is, but let's check it out. Looks like it's been through some rough times. I don't know. It looks like maybe it was in a fire or something. I'll see if I can find a mark on it somewhere, but just never know with these old home sites.